Hi friends, welcome back to my channel Heel Lift Rise. My name is Carla. Thank you all so very much for joining me here. I truly appreciate every single one of you, all of your love, support, and kindness to my channel. I wanted to get on here and share this really special vision that I had recently. Well, this was like last week, but I waited to share this message because it was so significant. It was so just kind of random, but then with all of the energy and things that I'm like picking up on and feeling intuitively, I felt like this is a really powerful message and vision to share right now at this time. And it kind of, in some way, relates to the last video that I shared, which is unusual because I received this vision, this message that I'm going to share with you before my video that I just last did. So, this is why I write down my visions and I write down these messages because they are so significant. They do have like this, it's like a puzzle. Like it just like ties in together in some way. And I've been doing this for several years now where I write down my visions, I write down messages I receive, downloads I receive. I also have a dream. I have a dream journal, so I write down my dreams that are very significant for me. And it really does kind of blow my mind when I look back, reflect, and look at all these messages and, intuitive insight that I receive from these dreams and visions and things. Like it's really amazing. And I highly encourage for you to do the same, for everybody to write down these messages you receive, write down the synchronicities, write down the dreams, because you are going to literally be so mind blown about what the universe is like guiding you towards, how your path is like unfolding. It's all about like you learning to trust yourself and learning to trust in what you receive. So with that being said, I'm sorry. I had this vision that, I first saw a building, and it's this baby blue building, okay? And it was a church, and it looked like it was like out in the country somewhere. And obviously I don't know where this place is, but it just looked like it was out in the country. There was just this like southern feel to this building. So like very like country vibes. And it had these beautiful big white flowers on the outside of the building. Absolutely gorgeous. And after I saw that building, I then saw a lady in a wedding dress. It was a white lace dress. And I just saw like the top part, like her torso and like to her shoulders. And so it was kind of like highlighting to me the significance, importance of like, it's a wedding gown, right? And then I saw she had like a white corsage on her wrist, and that was really pretty. And then I saw the man dressed in a black suit, and I was like, okay, somebody is getting married, someone's getting married. Then I saw the two people, these two individuals, and their faces, and then they turned to look at each other, and they were moving towards each other and were kissing. And so I was like, yep, yeah, these two individuals are getting married. It was so sweet. It was so cute. Gave me all of these like fuzzy feelings inside because it was just so cute. And then I saw her hand like make the shape like this, and then I saw his hand, just their hand, make the shape like this, and then it was like moving towards each other like this until it made a heart. It was the cutest thing ever. So with that being said, I definitely feel now, especially during this time, this year, that a lot of sacred divine unions are coming together. You could call them twin flames. People sometimes just call them like divine soul connections, soul unions. But it's definitely happening. Like I feel it. I completely feel it within me because of the church, because I saw that church and it was like this beautiful baby blue color with these gorgeous white flowers, and white really signifies purity. I really felt like this union that's coming together for you is sacred. It is divine. It's written in the stars, in the cosmos. It was written before you incarnated here. And that's why it feels like home. That's why it feels so like aligned for you. You know, you're gonna know when you encounter this person. You're gonna know. You're just gonna feel it within every fiber of your being. Okay. And so for some of you, maybe this hasn't happened yet. And if that's the case, this is something that's going to happen, because you didn't just stumble upon this video for no reason. Like, this message is definitely for you. And I do trust in the timing of videos and like what messages need to come through whenever they're meant to come through and be relayed to you, because I definitely trust in the visions and the messages I receive, and I always, like I said, I feel called to share them as I do. So I definitely feel like there's just this sacred union that's coming together, and it's going to lead to marriage. This is gonna be your person. You're just gonna feel very comfortable, very at ease. It's gonna feel like you've known this person like all of your life. And that's probably because you've had a lifetime with this person. Like, you've experienced another life with them, and that's why it feels so deep, like so deeply connected, and it feels so familiar. It feels so natural because you've lived a life together with them. And it's gonna just be and feel so strong. It is a union you can trust. This is something you can trust. You are not gonna have to question this relationship or this union. You're not going to have any questions about it. This is not a karmic cycle. This is not another going around of lessons. This is not something that's going to be confusing, that's going to be heartbreaking, that's going to be stressful or just like toxic. This is divine, sacred union. And I also felt like another message was like, we could also be balancing our divine feminine energy and then our divine masculine energy within us. And doesn't matter if you're male or female, every one of us has divine feminine and divine masculine energy. And when these two energies are balanced within the self, it really creates this harmonious energy, and you really start to feel aligned internally, and you start radiating your energy and your light more. Like, you just become almost like ignited, from within. And it just, as within, so without, it just like naturally, externally reflects in your reality. Like, your energy just shines and your aura just becomes bigger, and you just kind of glow. So I also, like I said, I felt that like there's this balancing of the two energies within too. And when that happens, like I said, this union within yourself, that creates that attraction for your divine union externally, another person, to then come in, because you created that sacred space, that balance, that harmony within yourself. You're naturally going to attract that. You've made space for that. So because you've made space for that, then your divine counterpart can come in. And I really genuinely feel like this is the time frame. This is the energetic space where a lot of unions are going to be coming into balance, coming into sacred union. And it's something that is changing also the energy on the planet as well. A lot of people, I feel like, are going to be meeting their person, their forever person. And this is, like, again, something you can, it's a relationship you can trust. It's not something to get in your head about, because anyways, it's, we should be learning to trust our feelings and, trusting what we feel. And that's also part of the divine feminine energy. Divine feminine energy is about your feelings, trusting your feelings, exploring your feelings, being able to master your feelings. So when you are able to master your feelings, you will flow with life so much easier, because you're not creating resistance. When you're not able to feel your feelings, or you have a hard time feeling your feelings, no judgment, by the way, it does create like an energetic blockage, so to speak, because it's creating resistance. You're resisting what is wanting to come through, what is wanting to be felt. And it can be heavy. That can have like a heavy energetic effect. What happens is you end up feeling like you're carrying a burden, like you're carrying like a ton of rocks, a ton of bricks on your back. And it's going to be hard taking steps forward on your journey when energetically you feel like you're weighed down, but it's just because you're not going with the flow of what you have been suppressing, like what has been wanting to come up, but you're like, no, I don't want to feel that. No, I don't want to look at that. I don't want to experience that. The master of your emotions, when you become the master of your emotions, you're able to handle those waves. You're able to ride the waves of whatever is like uncomfortable, whatever is unsettling, whatever is good. You can ride the waves because you know that you're not attached to it. You allow yourself to feel it, and it can transcend out of your experience. You can allow it to be transmuted. So that's why it's so important to get in touch with our feelings, and learn to like master. It's like an art, learning to master our emotions and going with the flow. And I don't know why, but I am getting that, what's his name? Bruce Lee. I think he said this before. He said, be like Wata. And I'm sure he didn't say it like that, but for some reason I just want to say it like that. He was very much about like into like the deep esoteric stuff, but he said this because it's like learning to be very fluid and adaptable to our ever changing flow of life, like the direction. Like, 1 minute we might be wanting to flow in this direction, and then our soul next minute wants to flow in a totally different direction. And we have to learn to get really good, comfortable with going with that flow and not creating resistance and trying to go in an opposite direction of where this flow is going, right? So if we could be more fluid in our energy, that's how we can, I feel like, be more, I don't want to say, what's the word? We will have a greater ease of our experiences. Like, we will be able to handle life better, life experiences, life difficulties, challenges, whatever it may be. If we can learn to get into the flow and trust what we are feeling, trust what we're receiving, and how to move forward, I feel like it would be so much easier to navigate. Vice trying to resist, suppress whatever comes up, not want to look at it, not want to feel it, not want to experience it, because society makes you feel like you need to be high vibe all the time, or that you need to always, it's only feeling good. Like, yeah, of course we always want to feel good, right? Everybody wants to always feel good, but the natural reality of it all is that's not 100% real. Like, there are going to be times when we feel naturally lower, just for whatever reason. Like, we can't control that. Somebody could pass away that we love and care about. It's going to naturally make us sad. It's going to naturally bring us down, bring us to our knees. We're going to have those moments in our reality where we're going to feel low. It's a natural part of life. And we just got to learn to ride that wave and ride that out of, okay, allow ourselves to feel this, allow ourselves to be fully present in this and feel what we need to feel, process it how we need to process it, and understand that there's no timestamp on grief and, you know, when we have to experience some of these heavy emotions, you know, and number one, never judging ourselves for feeling the way that we feel, you know. And I tell this to my daughter all the time. It's okay for you to feel sad. It's okay for you to feel mad. It's okay for you to have big emotions and these strong feelings. You know, honor yourself. Take the time to honor your feelings and journal, you know, sing or create a song, because my daughter likes to create songs too. Like channel that energy out. And I've always told her, and if you need help kind of processing your emotions and feelings, I can guide you. But I can't actually do the work for you. I can't actually be in your body doing it. So, you know, it's something that I feel like we have to get good at. Learning to master our emotions, learning to trust that feelings aren't something to be scared of, run away from. Like, we got to learn to like trust, embrace, feel, because that's going to help us. It's going to help us on our journey. It's going to help us on our way forward. And that's what the divine feminine energy also represents, you know, our emotions, our emotional state, and learning to balance that and get clear of that. I will tell you, and being, this is just like total honesty, okay? I felt like for a big part of my life, I was so much in my masculine energy. And it wasn't until I'd gone through my spiritual, you know, awakening, whatever you want to call it, that I started to balance, clear and balance my divine feminine energy. And also, obviously, in that same time frame, learning to balance my masculine energy. But for so long, my divine feminine energy was like suppressed, and I was just kind of running in this like masculine energy, almost like a wounded masculine energy, to be honest with you. Just the way that I kind of reflect back on my life and choices that I made. And you know, I had no sense of the divine feminine energy, and I wasn't 100% in touch with my emotions. And you know, and that's because I was always scared to feel the uncomfortable stuff. And then I had to get real honest with myself, and I actually had to trust what I was feeling. And I always had this feeling that I had to face and feel anxiety head on. And that was the only way that it was going to really clear from my experience, was feeling it completely and understanding that, okay, I'm not this emotion. I can feel it. And, you know, as long as I keep facing it, it's going to go away. And it did. It took a long time to get to that point, you know, but I truly, truly believe that these uncomfortable emotions, and more specifically anxiety, it's hard to like want to face it. You know, nobody wants to have a full-blown panic attack, but I'm going to tell you, it's easier. It gets easier as you go. It's easier in a sense where it just kind of slowly fades away. It's like it dissipates. So if you can face it head on and you can allow yourself to feel it fully, you are taking the biggest step towards not having to experience anxiety, or that big uncomfortable emotion. So it's really about facing it, rising above it, because you know that you will rise above it. Because whatever we face, you know, fear is an illusion. When we face these fears, they dissolve. They're not real, you know, and then we understand that they never truly had a control or a hold over our lives. It was just us creating resistance because we weren't allowing ourselves to feel it. So we have to allow ourselves to feel. We have to allow ourselves to get in touch with feeling. Feeling is healing, and I 100% believe that. And it just gets better. And I feel like, honestly, like the divine communicates in a big way through feeling. That's how kind of you like become intuitive and read energy. It's through the feeling that you feel too. Even telepathy, it's a big part of that too, like feeling. So I wanted to share that with you. obviously so excited for you to be coming into this divine sacred union. I think it's going to blow your mind. It's going to blow your socks off. Like when you have this experience, if you haven't had this experience already, this is something that's coming for you. Get prepared, because blessings are imminent. Blessings are imminent for your life, and it's only going to get better from here on out. If you've been going through a really hard time, you've had struggles, you've had a lot of just challenges, you know, you've had to face, I'm telling you, it's going to get so much better, and you're going to be so surprised the way that your life looks, like even within the next year. Because like I said, I feel like this is the time frame. Like these unions are coming in, these sacred divine unions. You can trust this. This is something you can trust full-heartedly, open-heartedly. So I wanted to share that with you. I hope in some way this video landed in your heart. And if it resonated with you, please like and share the video. I truly do appreciate it. It's kind of like an energetic exchange between us. I'm giving you these messages, and you know, I'm sharing this, my love, with you, and you're sharing your love with me, and it's like a thank you. So when you share and like my videos, it's like a big thank you to me. I kind of take it like a big hug, and like I said, it means so much to me. So just know that I appreciate you so much. But until next time, my friends, take very good care. I love you all so much. Bye.